Hello, welcome to The Wedding Secret. I'm your wedding coach. My name is Simone and I'm a wedding planner. And today I want to tell you a little bit about how to inform your guests about your wedding date and your wedding venue. That means invitations and save the dates. Yeah, very important because it's actually the first impressions your guests get from you. So you have to have quite a lot of things clear already. For the save the dates, it's not so important that you know the whole style and everything of the wedding. It depends. If you have enough time, let's say if you are more than 1.5 years in advance, you have time to design a concept from the beginning until the end with the whole stationery and stuff like that. But perhaps you have decided to get married in 6 months, so you don't have so much time to let your guests know, because the later they know, perhaps they have already plans. That means, first step, save the date for your guests. If you don't have a lot of time, don't make it complicated. Send it out with a paperless post. But what has to be in there? The most important part, of course, who gets married? When do you get married? Perhaps you have planned a 2 or 3 day wedding, so that they don't block only one day. They should block the 2 or 3 days. And where? So that means perhaps you want to leave it as a surprise where you get married or the venue, but it depends. If it's a destination wedding, you have to tell them at least that it's in Morocco or it is in Hawaii, so it shouldn't be such a surprise. And there's another part what I think it's really useful nowadays, and I don't know if you have thought about that, to have a wedding website. Especially nowadays that there are so many, let's say, information, and you cannot know everything from the beginning. You don't know the exact timing, because for that you have to plan everything. If you have the whole structure, of course you need to know when it starts, when does it end, the transportation concept. What I want to say, think about a wedding website, because there are a few for free ones at the internet, and it's quite easy to put information in. You can upload a lot of pictures and information what you want, but it's super easy, because although you don't have all the information yet, you can always update the content. And with this, it comes to the real invitation, because normally in the real invitations, what is, let's say, classically sent out by post, but doesn't have to be anymore. It depends what you want. But the real invitation normally are sent out between 6 and 3 months before the wedding date, and then you really need a RSVP. Répondez s'il vous plaît. That means please answer if you will really attend or not, because perhaps you had some plans changed and whatever. And at these invitations, normally you really have to put all the information. There is quite a lot of information you have to put in there. From the program, the timelines, the dress code, the gifts you want, perhaps the childcare, you will provide or not provide, perhaps it's an adults only party. Then perhaps if you haven't really put in hotel recommendations, put them in again. Transportation, there I have all very important food requirements. Food requirements, for example, you have to know. Mostly the caterings will ask you if your guests are vegetarians or they have intolerances and stuff like that. So what I want to say is, first step, save the date with a little bit of information, the most important ones, perhaps already a link to the website if you want one, what you can update with a lot of content. And then you can decide if you still want to send out a real invitation. Depending, if you have a website, then it doesn't have to be so extensive, because you have a lot of information on the website already. Or if you don't have a website, then you have to have all the information on the invitations. So this is a little bit about the whole, let's say, structure about the save the date, website and invitation. About more stationery, I will talk later on in another chapter. And perhaps for you interesting also is who designs this stuff. So I always tell my clients there are also different ways to do that. There are a lot of internet pages, they sell it for not a lot of money, or there are also a few tools for free you can find on the internet where you get a concept from the beginning until the end. This is one option. Then these are a little bit, let's say, flexible. You can modify them, of course, with the content, the dates, and whatever you want to put in there as a text. But it's not 100% like customizable, of course. And then this is one part. The other option is to have like one of your family or yourself are a graphic designer, for example. And then of course you can do whatever you want. You can create your whole design. You can do like a completely customized stationery. The other third part is, of course, the most professional one is that you hire a graphic designer. There are a few really good ones, or a lot of good ones you will find on Instagram or on the internet, what are already really, let's say, focused or specialized on wedding invitations, but also can help you a lot with the content, so you don't forget anything. If you have a wedding planner, of course, the wedding planner should help you with the content. But yeah, if you go to a graphic designer who is specialized in wedding invitations, then you are actually on the really safe side because they guide you, or they should. Let's say it like this. Yeah, and this is a little bit of information about, I don't want to say stationery, I want to say invitations. I will go much more into details. If you are interested, please let me know, send me a message or an email. And then, bye-bye.